Yesterday, I kind of went full out on deadlifts. Today, my body is pretty wrecked. That is why you don't do it every single week. The wrong way. I don't mean don't go 100% as in effort wise. Just don't push to absolute failure. Make sure your form is on point. Make sure you're getting your reps in. There have been studies actually done where people get just as good results by kind of coming down to those slightly lower RPEs. You should be hitting RPE 8 very regularly. Particularly important on compound lifts, so deadlifts, squats, bench press, things that use a lot of muscle groups. If you go to failure on those, you're risking injury. The saying is, if you go ham and go to failure every single set on some bicep curls every single session, it might slightly take away from some of your workout, but it's not going to have a huge impact. Think though, if you're going to failure on your bicep curls, is that taking away from some of your compound movements? Could you put in more time, more recovery into those compound movements? As you know, I'm writing a blog post on how I got my powerlifter Chris to go from not being able to squat to then squatting and getting a personal best. At the moment, I have exercise selection covered, stress management covered, his peaking block covered, and then picking numbers on the day. Is there anything else you'd like included? As you guys know, I love Snapchat because I get lonely during the day working at home, but I do sometimes get involved with my man Harry here. He does help me out. So Harry, what are your workouts looking like at the moment? I'm pretty much avoiding deadlifting because I don't want my waist to get round. Fair enough, you don't like deadlifting. So what about squats? You doing any squats? Squats, I just find them very hard and they hurt my knees, so I use a leg press. Fair enough, I mean, you don't like kind of doing squats. What? How many times a week do you train legs? Maybe once a month. I'd like to see you do more than that, but to be fair, mate, you're not going to fit in those if you train them much more. If you guys have any questions you want covered by me or Harry, please just send them across, swipe up, send me a question, and I will cover it on this story. Hey guys, so I've had a number of questions come in, and rather than kind of doing it ad hoc through the day, I'm going to save them up and answer them all in one go, so keep them coming. So today on the cards I have horse squats heavy, and then some light bench, but I might push the bench a little bit as I'm deloading next week. I'm going to be mirroring my squatting t-shirt today. Green Power Ranger, yeah. Sorry, I'm shaking all over the place. Hey guys, keep those questions coming through. Had some good questions come through. Just got one about deadlifting. Also had one about standing up, and also some supplement questions. Hey guys, I'm just off out to go grab some pizza and watch a film with a mate, but I will get to those questions, and if people have got any questions, get them in. To be interested in my cinema snack, which is apparently 20 grams of fibre, but I very much doubt it. Here we are at Francomanca, Tottenham Court Road. I'm going to embarrass Cam and say hello. Hi Cam.
Hey.
Hey Cam. I got my standard margarita. Cam got, what did you get, Cam? Chorizo. Did it with the old lisp as well. It's looking good. Just finished pizza, and what are we seeing, Cam? Revenant. Leonardo DiCaprio. Cam is excited for this, aren't you, Cam?
Man crush.
Man crush.
That's why I brought her. Oh no, finish your tweet. So if that's fine, just give us a second. We'll get her, Tiger.
So just came out of cinema watching The Reverend, probably one of the most gruesome but also not much happening films you'll ever see. Let's cover off some of these Q&A. So the first one is there a case where you think if it fits your macros wouldn't work for someone? In actual fact, I do think that. I have clients who don't use an if it fits your macros approach, and I know people who cannot use an if it fits your macros. What I mean by that isn't the fact that they're not hitting macros, because they are hitting macros, but they're doing it in a different way to what you might be thinking. They're not doing flexible diets. They use a bit of a meal plan structure rather than having a flexible kind of using MyFitnessPal to fit in foods. They have a kind of meal plan base, so that makes life easier. If it fits your macros, actually hitting specific macronutrient targets to gain muscle, to lose fat, to maintain weight will always work for everyone. That's the principle. Okay, second question is to do with intra-workout supplements. What are my thoughts on them? Basically, if you've eaten within kind of 2 hours leading up to your workout and your workout isn't long and intensive, you'll be fine. People I work with and the majority of people following me, resistance training athletes, not training continuously for over 2 hours, intra-workout supplements don't really have a place. Science might not say there's particularly a massive benefit there, but say you're in contest prep or dieting and you find having some kind of sugary, sweet intra helps. The question is deadlifting. What do I suggest if someone is stalling from lifting once per week on the deadlift, they want to add weight to the bar? So specifically, this person asking is a fairly newish lifter, they're not advanced, so they can probably do with quite high frequency, so once a week might not be enough. Personally, would probably get you personally doing 2 overloading deadlift sessions where you put them first in your workout. And when you're doing that, be sure that you're looking at your performance, how it's doing week to week, whether you're recovering, and if you're not, then maybe you just need to do a deload and then progress from there. Final question for you guys is my thoughts on 531. Jim Wendler's 531 strength training program. 531 could work really well for someone incredibly advanced where they can't recover from frequent loading and they have such big over. Look at the rep ranges being used, 531. It's very low volume. It's also low frequency. That's why it would work better for someone who's advanced and for strength. Context is important for 531, so I think it's a good program for maybe someone peaking their strength or an advanced athlete looking to gain strength, but for the majority of lifters, not. It does, however, have progressive overload included in it, which is great. It also uses fatigue management, which is great. You could just add some more volume to it to make it better. So I'm just finishing my night off with some fish oils, Quest Bar Pumpkin, don't recommend this one, and some Pro. So guys, this is what it looks like. There's like crunchy, hard pieces on the outside, and there's like a coating. It's really chewy in the center. Guys, it's probably really sad that I find this funny, but I do recommend this book, Principles and Practice of Resistance Training, but stone stand. I find it funny how everyone has to have a mug that kind of is about their personality. So this is mine. With great beard comes great responsibility, and this is my girlfriend's. You're not going to speak to the viewers.
Explosion.
So this is weekend 2 of our Alphabet Dating, and Charlotte, what are we doing today?
Going to the Museum of Brands.
Museum of Brands. One day Revive will be there. We are here in the Museum of Brands. I might show you a little bit, but don't know how much I'll get. Common. If anyone's in London and interested in coming here, it's actually half price right now because they've only got half the gallery open. But you do get 50% off next time as well. So this is quite cool. They have Ovaltine across time. So I'll try and get this all in within 15 seconds. So that's today. Alright. Who remembers Opal Fruits and Marathon? I don't remember either. I remember Starburst and Snickers, but that's because I'm only 25. Best bubble bath ever. I remember Mateys. You wonder why they don't put the natural laxative food on the packaging today? Doesn't that just appeal that you want to eat all brand so you can have a natural laxative? Does this image make anyone else just absolutely laugh? Just look at how happy he is. Also, since when are Golden Nuggets that old? I used to play a lot of Sunday football. Saturday and Sunday football. I used to always look forward to having this at half time. In this squidgy bottle though, nothing else. They don't want you to take the stairs. But we're going to take the stairs. There's 2 kangaroo burgers and onion with roast veggies as well, and then some beans on the side. Looking forward to this one. Now we are going to be watching Star Wars Return of the Jedi. Looking forward to this one. Aren't you a lovely Star Wars fan? His and hers. I've got 2 kangaroo burgers and a load of potatoes. Charlotte's got pretty much the same, but she's vegetarian, so she's got some veggie chicken. Hey guys, I realise I've not given you much content today, so I'm going to give you a little bit of content now. And the powerlifting coach in my gym, head GB coach, told me to get this. He told me this book was the best programming book he's ever picked up, and so I recommend you pick it up if you're really interested in programming. Personally, I recommend you pick up as many textbooks you can on programming because it's such a vast subject. My favourites are Practical Programming by Mark Richter. Second would be The Scientific Principles of Strength Training by Mike Israetel et al. If you want some free programming sources of information, my number 1 recommendation would probably be bodyrecomposition.com, and then also journals. They have nutrition. I'd probably recommend Lyle McDonald's books, Flexible Dieting, and also his book on protein is fantastic. Then Alan Aragon's Lean Muscle Diet. If you want to take it a step further, you want a more in-depth view, then get The Essentials of Sports and Exercise Nutrition by Precision Nutrition. Buy that actually separately, or you can sign up and do their exam, their course, and actually get qualified like me. Give you guys a bit of a diet tip before I go to bed. Try putting cream cheese, low-fat cream cheese, in your oats. It'll make it nice and creamy.